What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So it is now official. We will see, barring some calamitous event in the near future, we will see a rematch of Joe Biden and Donald Trump in this year's presidential election. This will be the first rematch that we've seen since Dwight D. Eisenhower faced Adlai E. Stevenson for the second time in 1956 after facing him in 1952. So Donald Trump and Joe Biden secured their respective parties' nomination last night with victories in the Georgia, Mississippi, and Washington primaries, while Trump also won the Republican caucus in Hawaii. In a post to the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, Biden celebrated his status as his party's presumptive nominee, calling it, quote, a time of choosing in a new campaign video. Today's a day, a call to action, Biden says in a voiceover. With your voice, with your power, with your vote, come November we will vote in record numbers and can do it. We have the power to do it. Are you ready? Are you ready to defend democracy? Are you ready to protect our freedom? Are you ready to win this election? Trump's campaign posted a video on X of the former president later Tuesday, shortly after he clinched the nomination. This was a great day of victory. Last week was something very special. Let me try. I'm going to try to do a Trump impression. I kind of suck with Trump, but let me try. This was a great day of victory. Last week was something very special. Super Tuesday. We now know we have to get back to work because we have the worst president in the history of this country. His name is Joe Biden, sometimes referred to as Crooked Joe Biden, and he must be defeated. I told you it was bad. So they both have the prerequisite amount of delegates needed to secure a nomination. I remember what the Republicans was 1,215. Trump got within less than 200 of that last week when he banished Nikki Haley. I forgot what it is with Joe Biden. I think it was 1,900 something or 800 something. So that's it. I'm trying to think of how many rematches there have been in presidential history. The elections were a little bit different back in the early 19th century, but the first rematch I could think of is John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. They faced off against each other in 1796, and then again in 1800. I think the next rematch was technically, you could say Andrew Jackson and Henry Clay, even though it was four candidates in 1824, Andrew Jackson, John Quincy Adams, William Crawford, and Henry Clay, with Clay being eliminated because at the time it was the top three candidates in the Electoral College. That's the way it still is, I believe. The top three candidates at the Electoral College is eligible for election. But that was the whole corrupt bargain election where Henry Clay was Speaker of the House. The Jackson people felt like Henry Clay conspired with John Quincy Adams, who came in second to Jackson in the popular vote in Electoral College, but they voted for Adams, and just by coincidence, after Adams was selected president, he selected Henry Clay, who was the kingmaker in Congress, to Secretary of State, and at that time, Secretary of State was the stepping stone to the presidency, not the vice presidency. But anyway, Henry Clay and Andrew Jackson had a rematch in 1832. Martin Van Buren and William Henry Harrison had a rematch in 1840 after facing off against each other in 1836. And I don't think there was another rematch off the top of my head. I don't think there was another rematch until Benjamin Harrison and Grover Cleveland. Cleveland lost to Harrison in 1888, but then beat him in 1892, and then the other one was William McKinley and William Jennings Bryan faced off against each other in 1896 and 1900. Donald Trump becomes the first former president to secure, former president now, to secure his party's nomination for another term as president since Grover Cleveland. And if Trump wins this November, he'll become just the second president in American history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. The other one being Grover Cleveland. By the way, that's what messed up the numbering of presidents, because Grover Cleveland was the 22nd president of the United States from 1885 to 1889, and then Benjamin Harrison followed him, as I just said, in 1888, served from 1889 to 1893. But then when he came back in the White House, Grover Cleveland, who was the 22nd president, was counted as the 24th president. But some people say, well, how could he be the 24th president when he's the 22nd man to become president? So that's the thing. If Trump beats Biden, he becomes the 47th president. So he'll be 2 different numberings. Even though it'll be his second term and he was the 45th president, he'll be considered the 47th president. Even though there have only been, if he got elected, there would only been 45 men to become president, because Grover Cleveland and presumably Trump will fuck it all up. Trump will be 47. I hope that's not confusing. But anyway, just want to put that out there. I have no idea who's going to win this election. I think that the way things are right now, it favors Trump. But never underestimate Republicans to blow a layup. Never underestimate them to do that.